Hello everyone, so I'm back at the Irving Park, and as you know, I'm just gonna flip it around here. Okay, so here we are again. Let me adjust this a little bit. It wants to cooperate. All right. So yeah, a little bit of noise. They're mowing the lawn here, so I'm just gonna get going. That way, you don't hear the noise. Now it's already starting to get a little bit better. So I'm hoping you're doing well. There's been a little bit of time since I did a video. I've been busy car shopping, and it's been taking so much time away from my life. So yeah, I missed going for the walks, and here I am again. So what's on my mind now is vibration frequencies. And it's becoming more and more obvious for me that what is meant for us will feel good. It'll be aligned with us, and so if a relationship feels good, it means that you're aligned with the vibration of who you are and what you need. And speaking about what we need, this is all connected, right? So let's say you have this pregnant woman that craves pickles with peanut butter, and the reason why is because of the child that's in her womb that wants whatever nutrients are found in pickles and peanut butter. Now, what if we don't need to be a woman and we don't need to be pregnant in order for our bodies to speak to us in this way? So sometimes you get this weird craving out of the blue, and you're like, whoa, I really would want to eat a mango right now. Well, there's a very good reason, because your body probably needs the nutrients that are found in that mango. See, our body's always talking to us and letting us know what we need. But on that note, I want to just keep it real that there are sometimes cravings that are not meant for us. What these cravings are sometimes, oh well, I want to have some potato chips, or I want some sweets, sugar, or other things that are not necessarily good for us. What's happening in this case is that our parasites, or our addictions, the things that we need or that we depend on in order to cope with life, well, they're found in the potato chips or the chocolate. So again, even though that I'm not a big fan of potato chips and stuff like that, there's a very good reason why. Because we're struggling to cope, and our comfort food is calling us. So because we're out of balance, our body will try to put us back into balance by getting something in us. But if all that we crave is these potato chips and junk food, then we are struggling to cope. we're struggling to deal with life, and that junk food, that comfort food, we are eating our emotions, right? So I think we have to put the distinction between what is healthy for us, and sometimes that comfort food is just a coping mechanism. But either way, it is our body talking to us. And it's so incredibly intelligent. Our bodies are so incredibly intelligent. And if we would just be able to be calm and listen, we would hear what we need. So there's quite a bit of people here, as you see, and I'm gonna hopefully not disturb them. So if we could listen to our bodies, listen to our souls, listen to the inherent intelligence that we are, we would function so much better. We'd be healthier, happier, or at peace. And isn't that something that's worthwhile? So I'm hearing a lot of noise again, so we might have a little editing to do, but anyways, it doesn't matter for you guys. So what I'm trying to say here is that there's a saying that I really love, and I did a short video on it, is that your calling will keep calling you. What is meant for you will keep on coming back. So if you're somebody that loves music, you love playing music, then all of a sudden you decide, well, I don't feel like playing music right now. That, first of all, there's a good reason why you're taking a break. But if we stop playing music and then a couple of months or maybe even a year or two down the road, we feel like playing music again, that means your vibration is very much aligned with music and playing music. And for me, like, this is a good example here. When way back when I was a bodybuilder, and I absolutely adored bodybuilding, and then for many years I stopped because of my shoulder surgery. But I always was interested in working out, nutrition, and that calling came back. And then one day my friend Fabien had his own gym at home, and we started working out again. Well, I started working out again, me and him, and it felt great. I loved it. But I had to, because of my shoulder surgery, I had to adjust my workouts where I did not basically go too crazy on how heavy and how intense my workouts were. But my love for working out remained. And now again, I'm forced right now to stop again. And who knows what's going to happen in the future. I'm thinking it'll come back once I'm healed. This is an interesting flower here. Right here. Huh? I don't know what this is. It almost looks like a bee balm, or I don't know. No, it's not. There's a bee right there, so it might be that. So, and then, so what is meant for us will keep on coming back, right? So we'll always enjoy working out. We'll always enjoy that type of music. And like I said, sometimes we'll go through phases where we no longer want to listen or play music, or we no longer want to work out, and that's okay. But in general, saying that you love working out or you love music is true. You know, even though that maybe right now you don't really enjoy it and you're not going through daily workouts, doesn't mean you don't love it. There's some more people here. But yeah, so what is meant for us will feel really good. We'll feel that this is like our purpose, right? And I just want to put this maybe in another way so people understand the significance of this, is that I remember one of my old friends, we're no longer friends now, but he used to work at Honeywell, where they make thermostats and all sorts of equipment. And I remember him telling me that every machine vibrates at a certain frequency, and if it ever happens that that machine doesn't vibrate at that frequency, then the machine doesn't work properly. And isn't this true for us? Right? Isn't this true that if you're not on your own frequency and you're trying to imitate somebody else's frequency, we don't feel good. We don't operate as well as we did. And it's the same thing with the food, right? Some food is meant for you. Some work is meant for you. Some types of exercise are meant for you. For me, I'm not a marathon runner, never will be. It's not my vibration. It's not what I'm aligned with. So I can try to be somebody I'm not, but I won't be enjoying it. And if you're somebody that wants to look back at past videos I did, one that's very connected to this is when I did my video on Out of Place, which was a video about how one small misalignment can really put things into, like, really disrupt things, can really mess up how things function. And this is what I'm trying to say, is that when we don't feel well, when we don't feel happy, when we're feeling depressed, that the reason is because we're not aligned. So imagine if you're somebody that, again, really loves music and you don't listen to music, well, you're probably gonna not feel very fulfilled in your life, because we're not doing things that we love. And I believe that depression is about that we don't, not simply that, there's a whole lot more to depression than just this, but if we don't do what we love to do, well, we end up missing it. And that creates sadness. And sadness can snowball into depression. And I got something to add to this. As recently I realized that, I realized recently that my continuing issue with my spasms, cramps, is absolutely connected to glyphosate, herbicides, pesticides, and that my desire to live down south where things are grown more organically is a really good example of what I'm trying to say here. That basically my pull, my desire to live down south is basically directed by my body. That my body intuitively knew that if I go out and live down south where there's a whole lot less herbicides, pesticides, glyphosate, all sorts of stuff like that, that'll be good for me and I will have a chance to heal. And to continue even further, there's a few places that I had in mind all along, and I talked about this, I think, in some videos. So La Catillon in Guatemala, Costa Rica, especially in the area Fortuna, and there was another area called San Isidro el General, and then there was another spot in Colombia where it was Minca, the name of the place. And finally, another place was Vilcabamba in Ecuador. So not only are all of these places very spiritually attuned, which was one of my pulls, I've realized that one of my problems with my arm was the lack of magnesium, as I've talked about it in the video, My Mysterious Illness. Well, I've looked up in places around the world where they had higher concentrations of magnesium minerals. And magnesium is found in places where have volcanoes. What is it called? Basilic salt? Or I don't remember the proper name. Basilic rock, I think it's called, or Baltic rock, something like that. So places that they have volcanoes, they have a higher than normal magnesium content. And then you might say, well, so what, you can't eat rock, and you, right? Well, one of the things I've been doing is Epsom salts, baths, because it helps. And places that have these volcanoes, they have bodies of water, and in these bodies of water there's more magnesium than places like here. So if I would spend a little bit of time in the water, my body would have a chance to absorb magnesium, which would help me. And also, around places where they have volcanoes, the soil is very rich. And the soil has a higher than normal content of magnesium. So if you grow food in a place like that, there'll be higher levels of magnesium. And maybe, I'm not sure, but maybe if I would move somewhere like that, I would not need to continue supplementing magnesium. And if you just think about it too, the water, like I said, has higher levels of magnesium. So if I drink the water, I'll be having a little bit of magnesium every time I drink water. And down there, obviously, because it's hot, I'm gonna have to drink some water. So, do you see what I'm trying to say is that my dream, my pull to go down south was planted in me for a very good reason. It's my body talking to me, my soul talking to me, because of the sense of community and the spiritual aspect of a lot of these places I named earlier. So not only will I be around spiritually like-minded people, I will also be in a place where it's going to be good for my body because of the magnesium content. And if I would keep on dismissing these dreams that I have, I would be, in a sense, neglecting myself. Now, of course, I'm not saying everybody needs to move down south, because not everybody's on the same frequency, right? Some people love cold weather. And that's okay. There's a lot of noise here today because of the mowing the lawn. When I get going in another direction here. So yeah, our calling will keep on calling us. Our dream was planted in us for a reason. My body is talking to me. Your body is talking to you. And if we dismiss these things, we don't feel well. So, one of the big solutions to being healthy is to listen to our bodies, to listen to that dream. And nobody else can tell you what your dream is. In fact, there's many people that will tell you that your dream is stupid. Your dream is a pipe dream. But they're not you, so how can they judge what you feel drawn to? So, all of these things for me indicate how intelligent all of life is. And it reminds me of a book that I read a long time ago called The Field by Lynn McTaggart. And the book was about how every cell in your body is intelligent, and how every cell within your body is communicating with all the other cells to know what it should be doing. And the biggest example in that book is that when your cells are multiplying in your body, every cell is identical to the other cell. Yet the cell of your eyes knows that it needs to be eyes, and the cells of your skin needs to be a skin cell. And all this is accomplished by communication, realizing what frequency it needs to be aligned with. And it's just so amazing, isn't it? Once that we realize how everything is working together. And if we see ourselves, me and you, as individual cells, and you want to be a plumber, and me, I want to be an electrician. Well, it's because this is what frequency that's aligned with who you are. And we will be, in a sense, working together, the plumber and the electrician, so that we can accomplish what we need in life. What an amazing, amazing thing. But when we're out of alignment, when we're not listening to ourselves, we end up being ill, feel pain. This pain is due to misalignment. And again, there's a chance to redeem ourselves by being true to ourselves. So instead of seeing life as being unfair, that you will realize that that passion of yours is really meant for you. And if you can really connect with that passion, then it will serve you in ways that you don't really realize. Because the mind is very limited, right? Our minds are very limited because we are usually stuck in a perception. And that perception really dominates our worldview. And we believe that this perception is really connected to who we are. But if we can align with the higher intelligence, then everything starts falling into place. So instead of having a video where I wanted to make, and what I did is out of place, I could make a video of falling into place. Things fall into place when we align. See, there's a lot of times when we complicate things It's actually not that complicated. We often need to, like I said in a couple of videos, we need to really be quiet so that we can listen. Because there's a lot of times that we're stuck in noise that's not meant for us. We're stuck in things that are not meant for us. And we wonder why we're not happy, why we're not feeling well. You're out of touch. It's a song, eh? Hall and Oates. You're out of touch. I'm out of time. Yeah. So, yeah, these things. And there's some people that will say, well, that's just hairy-fairy spiritual stuff. And I say, okay. Like I said in a video that I made, when I started into spirituality, I was very, very skeptical too. But as I kept going, started to feel better, the confidence grew, the love inside my heart grew, peace of mind improved. So, but I needed to do the work. I needed to heal. I needed to get out of that mentality that it was all about material gains and getting rich. Because as I've said, that there is a spiritual currency. That spiritual currency is based on truth. What is meant for you is really meant for you. That's the truth. Authenticity is a truth. Wisdom is a truth. Genuineness is a truth. Love is a truth. Peace is a truth. All of these things, they enrich our lives. They all enrich our lives. Because at the end, this is not a physical universe. This is an energetic universe. Everything is vibrating at a certain frequency. So your real frequency will feel good. The same as our relationships. If your relationship feels good, you feel at ease, your nervous system is not a total wreck when you're around this person, well, you are aligned. And I should add before I end here is that what is authentic at a certain time might not be authentic in another time. So when I was young, I was very much into sports. Now, not at all. So I was being authentic when I was young and I was into sports, really, really loved it. But there was a period of time when I was no longer interested in it and I was being authentic by not getting into sports. So authenticity doesn't mean that this is you for the rest of your life. Like I said from the beginning, might be into music, and then there'll be periods of time when you no longer want to play music, or there'll be periods of time when you used to be an avid bodybuilder and then boom, no longer want to work out anymore. And we have to respect that. We have to be true to ourselves, right? So I'm hoping that you're going to be true to yourself and not listen to the crowd and do what you want to do in life, go where you want to go in life. And yeah, so with that, I'm just gonna end it here, and I'm gonna say I love you all. I wish you all the best. Hopefully you're enjoying this beautiful day as I am. And until next time.